Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty everybody, it looks like we are live. Welcome to Satoshi TV, aka Bitcoin SV TV, aka It's Just Bitcoin. Today's day is Tuesday, the 31st of August 2021. Let's be gone, so much gossip to catch up with. Oh my goodness me. 2 seconds, let me just sort something out. That should be a little bit better. Right. Let's get into it. So first one I want to read is this one. This is a press release, so I'm assuming by the Bitcoin Association, maybe. I think they did this. So the original Bitcoin protocol, what it is and why does it matter? So independent report by MNP aims to provide clarity to Canadians navigating the blockchain landscape. Here we go. So Calgary, August 30th, 2021. In the last 10 years, concepts like blockchain and digital currencies have moved from small online communities to being supported and utilized by some of the world's largest organizations. With the rise in popularity and the numerous different digital offerings, MNP, a leading national accounting, tax and consulting firm in Canada, has undertaken an extensive report, insert link to report, examining which Bitcoin implementations best fits the original vision presented by Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper, which created the concept of Bitcoin. So again, something like this would be useful for corporations because general shitcoiners, as we know them, can't even read. So Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper, Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, sets the stage for MNP's analysis. Satoshi's white paper emails, forums posts, and original source code define the protocol, the rule set for the Bitcoin as a data network, and the key elements that make Bitcoin a functional technology. Along with the white paper, MNP reviewed the publicly available emails, forum posts, and original code left by Satoshi. MNP used these source materials to examine what Satoshi's original purpose for Bitcoin was, a global electronic cash system that works peer-to-peer, while also laying the foundations for a network that can support more advanced data applications. Using the sources mentioned above, MNP developed an assessment framework and related criteria assessing the relevance of the Bitcoin scripting language, including opcodes incorporated in it. Protocol elements and capabilities in current implementations, Bitcoin SV, BSV, and Corecoin against Satoshi's original vision. BSV blockchain is the world's largest public blockchain by all majority utility metrics, data storage and daily transaction volume, scaling ability, and average block size. MMP's finding indicates that the Bitcoin SV is most representative of Satoshi Nakamoto's original intention and designed for Bitcoin. One key factor is because the BSV blockchain demonstrates the ability to scale to support significant volumes of transactions in a timely manner for micropayments, and even micropayments resulting from BSV's Genesis hard fork in February 2020, which removed any arbitrary cap on block size and allows the BSV blockchain and transaction capacity to grow unbounded. Also removed state restrictions limits and improved the code base, allowing for unbounded scaling. In addition, the Genesis hard fork restored the key aspects of the original functionality of Bitcoin script, the programming language used within a Bitcoin protocol. In the report produced by MNP, it also identifies what technology capabilities can be enabled once Satoshi's vision for Bitcoin has been fully realized. MNP is proud to be part of the independent analysis of Bitcoin SV. We hope our report helps to provide more clarity and insight for Canadians navigating the blockchain landscape, said Hashi Rakwishi, partner MNP Enterprise Risk Services. Jimmy Nugent, founding president of Bitcoin Association, added, "The Bitcoin protocol has the power to transform the world's use of data, just like the Internet protocol did, but its true power has been underappreciated and misunderstood for too long. The original design for Bitcoin provided by Satoshi Nakamoto was crippled by Corecoin protocol developers, turning BTC into a heavily restricted and largely unusable version of the massive peer-to-peer network envisioned by the technology's creator. In reality, Bitcoin's system has the technical capabilities and scaling capacity to support the world's most efficient digital payments and distributed data network." The release of today's report from MNP illustrates this in a clear and objective manner, demonstrating how capabilities of the Bitcoin protocol were limited in line with the restricted ambition of BTC developers. As the report shows, the Bitcoin SV network is the closest implementation of the original Bitcoin protocol provided by Satoshi Nakamoto, offering a blockchain that scales unbounded in response to market forces, maintaining high transactions throughput, super low transaction costs, and unparalleled data functionality to support the needs of enterprise, government, and most importantly, everyday users. BSV is not just a digital investment asset for wealthy people and institutional investors, it is Bitcoin for everyone, everywhere and everything. The general outline of the report is as follows: the Bitcoin white paper, Satoshi's known forum post emails, the original Bitcoin protocol, capabilities, critical components, non-functional requirements, implementation attributes, comparison of current Bitcoin implementations to Satoshi's original vision, impact of Satoshi's vision once fully realized. Oh wow. To learn more about the BSV blockchain and an array of businesses using its network, visit bsvblockchain.org. We'll do that right now. Let's have a quick look. Very cool. All right. Great stuff. All news. See what's on the website. Very good. Very good. You can also watch past and future CoinGeek conferences, the leading global events education about BSV blockchain technology. The most recent was held in Zurich. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, about MMP. MMP is one of the largest national accounting and consulting firms in Canada. So they would have charged a small fortune for their services here. Providing client-focused accounting, taxation and consulting advice. National in scope and local focus. MNP has proudly served individuals and public-private companies for over 60 years. Through the development of strong relationships, MNP provides personalised strategies and a local perspective to help them succeed. For more information, visit mmp.ca. All right. Well, again, I mean, that's just more credibility, really, for Bitcoin itself. So yeah, that's really good. Loving that. All right, let's see what else there is. Bitcoin Association appoints global ambassador to promote BSV for Italian community. Excellent. Bitcoin Association to host BSV blockchain conference in Miami. All right, all this exciting progress. Right, let's go back to business and have a quick look here. Tether banned on Canada's first 2 licensed digital currency exchanges. Wow. That's pretty big. Whoa. So it looks like that was just released as we were talking there. Steve Caro. All right, let's get into this then. So a Canadian securities regulator has barred the country's first 2 registered digital currency exchanges from trading Tether USDT. The stablecoin, which is seemingly printed at will and has been deeply linked to alleged market manipulation, is the only prohibited digital asset in the country to date. Wow. The Ontario Securities Commission has a history of being tough against digital currency operators. After giving exchanges an April deadline to license their operations, it has been cracking the whip on those that didn't, from Poloniex to KuCoin, OKX and Bybit. Now it has set its sights on the world's biggest stablecoin, USDT. The Commission has barred Coinbase and Wealth Simple exchanges from offering the Tether traded services. The 2 are the first exchanges in Canada to receive an operating license, allowing them to offer digital currency trading services across all provinces in Canada. Coinbase received its approval from the Canadian Securities Ambassadors a week ago, allowing it to offer Canadians crypto-based products and services on a regulated platform. It boasts of being the first pure-play exchange to receive the license in Canada. Wealth Simple received the approval first, but unlike its peers, it doesn't allow its users to withdraw their digital assets, much like Robinhood Crypto. Oof, dear oh dear. Despite receiving the regulatory approval to serve Canadians, the 2 exchanges will not be able to offer USDT, the stablecoin that was the only one listed under prohibited crypto assets. Well, it doesn't make a difference if they offered it or not, because people can't withdraw the assets from the site. So they have to dump whatever it is they've got into, dirty, filthy fiat and withdraw it that way. So this doesn't really make a difference, really. It's just more of a slap in the face for Tether more than anything else. The stablecoin was the only one listed under prohibited crypto assets, with the regulator offering no reason for its decision. Banning Tether was justified, and here's why. The banning of trading of USDT has been a long time coming, and the Ontario regulator has taken a step that many other big watchdogs should have years ago. Tether's controversies and issues are unending. From market manipulation to shady, unchecked printing of tokens to links with illegal outfits, the stablecoin has it all and then some. While it could have listed any of these reasons, the Ontario watchdog chose to shy away, with a representative telling one news outlet, "We do not currently plan to introduce the new rules specifically applicable to platforms, as platforms are already subject to existing requirements under securities legislation in Canada." One Canadian lawyer was much blunter, however, citing the endless legal battles by Tether and its sister company Bitfinex as a key factor for the ban in Ontario. Christine Domain states, with respect to Tether and Bitfinex, the report by the New York Attorney General likely did not provide comfort to the securities regulator in the eyes of a government regulator, is likely going to be viewed as high risk. The lawyer, who specializes in fintech, was referring to an action by Lolita James, the New York Attorney General, on Tether and Bitfinex for allegedly suffering an $850 million loss and covering it up. Attorney General James settled with the 2 earlier this year, requiring them to cease all activities in New York. Again, it's just in New York, and to pay close to $20 million in fines. Well, $20 million in fines when they've covered up $850 million in losses, and then printed however many billion since then. I mean, yeah, I think they've got a market cap of near like 60 billion, 20 million, and they can they can make $1 billion, like literally at the touch of a button, feed it into BTC, sell it, that's it. Yeah, absolutely insane. So, it's like a dog with a bark and no bite, really. Durham added, until some digital currency companies tie themselves to a jurisdiction with transparency and where digital currency holders have rights they can exercise if things go awry, I suspect that they won't be permitted to operate in mature regulatory jurisdictions. At this point, it's incomprehensible that Tether has yet to be made to account for its actions. Yeah, so I suspect there is, more nefarious forces shielding Tether higher up the pecking order towards the US government, if you ask me. Granted, the US Justice Department is reportedly investigating Tether. Well, yeah, they'll be doing that for years and years and years and years and years. Tether executives for alleged banking fraud, which Tether audaciously dismissed as repackaging stale claims as news to generate clicks. However, even with the ongoing investigations, Tether is still trading on every other exchange and clocks the highest trade volume, more than the 4 largest digital currencies combined. Let's have a quick look at that. I mean, this is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Here we go. Let's have a look at trade volume on Tether. No time like the present. So we'll just compare it to Corecoin. So 24-hour trade volume 20 billion on Corecoin. Okay, so let's have a look at that. 24-hour trade volume 46 billion. My goodness me. So yeah, so you combine Corecoin. Wow, you combine Corecoin, Tether, and Cardano and Binance Coin all together. And it still hasn't. Oh my goodness me! And when the hell did Cardano get 3rd on the coin market cap? Oh my god! Solana as well. Gee, Polkadot. I mean, it's just such an. When you truly understand what you're looking at here, you understand what an absolute shambles this is. It's all nefarious. Just simply trying to bury the only protocol that has got any fundamental value whatsoever to discredit it, which is the original Bitcoin protocol. Look at that. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh, well, shocking, not shocked, should I say? Good grief. Well, so there we go. Here we go. The company has also stacked. The company has also taken back its unchecked minting of the new USDT tokens after a brief hiatus. In August, it printed well over 4 billion USDT. As CoinGeek reported, it's not just the printing that's that's concerned with Tether. There is also the small issue of whether where the new USDT goes. Insiders have revealed that an overwhelming majority of the newly minted tokens goes to Alameda Research and Cumberland, 2 market-making companies with questionable profiles, business partnerships, and leadership. The whole world is turning into a massive scam, as I'm starting to realise. It's really sort of like giving me that sinking feeling in my stomach, knowing what I'm discovering. And that's just, I mean, I've discovered loads of stuff just today, you know, putting the pieces of the jigsaw together. It's really, really bad. And I'm talking about like the state of the world with the US government being how it is. Like, jeepers. So win BSV via Bitpoke's 30-day blog challenge. Binance show goes on to Norway, yes to Singapore, plus angry whale traders. Let's see what's going on then, shall we? Always love a bit of Binance gossip. So the Binance show rolls on. This week, bringing a sudden stop to its services in Norway, a potentially huge class action claim by disgruntled whale traders, and they could potentially be looking for investment from Singapore's sovereign wealth fund. Unbelievable. The latest reports paint a picture of an extremely wealthy company and founders, one that is facing very different situations in the various jurisdictions it operates in. Nothing further to do with Norway. On August 27th, the world's largest crypto exchange by trading volumes posted an updated titled Changes to Product Offerings in Norway. The changes appear to be more of a screeching halt, since effectively immediately Binance would discontinue all Norwegian krona trading pairs and payment options, and would even remove Norwegian language website support. In a further attempt to distance itself from all the things Norwegian, Binance noted that it does not maintain any official Telegram or other online community channels in Norwegian. The cryptocurrency exchange didn't specify a reason for the sudden change, although local regulator and financial service supervisory authority of Norway has issued a broad warning against digital asset trading in June 2021, saying they were subject to extreme price fluctuation and were prone to deceptions and scams. Meanwhile, in Singapore, after once refusing investment from Sequoia Capital, Binance is reportedly seeking some from Vertex Ventures, a subsidiary of Singapore's sovereign wealth fund, Temasek. That is unbelievably cheeky. Unbelievably cheeky. They're literally like a sinking ship. They're just trying to take everything else down with him. The Twitter thread from the Chinese journalist Colin Wu added that his source had said a Binance equity belongs to founder CZ and co-founder He Wai. The move to obtain investments from government funds, most likely Singapore, also valued the company at $200 billion. Just last week, Binance also appointed former director of corporate finance and at Regulator and Monetary Authority of Singapore as CEO of Binance Singapore. Vertex Ventures has previously made investments in Binance Singapore, and the latest report hints it could also invest in Binance Global. Massive, massive fail if they do. Disgruntled traders claim millions in losses. Meanwhile, a group of legal advocates are rallying support for a class action against Binance over frozen accounts. The steering committee for the Binance claim, or simply Binance claim, is funded by Swiss-based private equity firm Lilly Capital, and is seeking those claiming to have suffered financial losses as a result of Binance systems outages since October 2020. Yeah, I mean, it's just shocking. We're searching for thousands of traders that were affected by the Binance outage on the 19th of May 2021. Were you one of them, or know someone that was? Get in touch. The campaign is looking at all instances of traders not being able to trade, but has highlighted an incident on May 19th, 2021, where at least 700 known traders and potentially thousands suffered over $1 million in losses when they found themselves unable to trade during a digital asset price crash. CNBC said the case could become one of the largest international consumer arbitration cases in history. Binance has an average daily trading volume of $2 billion and averages 1.4 million transactions per second on its platform, it noted. Binance has said, our policy is fair in that we compensate users who experience actual trading losses due to our system's issues. We do not cover hypothetical or what could have been situations such as unrealized profits. Yeah, so they're just like, oh yeah, we'll take the majority of the profits that you would have made and we'll just give you that. Unbelievable. Traders signing up for Binance accounts usually waiver their rights to such litigation, instead insisting that all claims be arbitrated in Hong Kong at a cost of $65,000 per claimant. Whatever the result. What? Honestly, it's absolutely... Honestly, the scamminess in the space is just unbelievable. Lilly Capital Executive Chairman David Kay said Binance had broadly ignored traders' complaints on the matter. Funnily enough, that's why they're ignoring governments as well. I mean, if you're stupid enough to trade on this absolutely abomination of a site, honestly. Lilly is committing at least $5 million to the case in return for 30% of any amounts the claimants may ultimately receive. The firm specializes in financial litigation, tokenized shares in its company, and pays dividends to token holders when it wins a case that pays damages. I mean, again, Binance isn't even going to exist after the 29th of October this year. The company will just cease to exist. So they've got nobody to go after, like literally. Unbelievable. You have to excuse me repeating myself over and over again. Unbelievable. I mean, it's just how people can't see this. You know, and the fact that they let these scammers get away with it, it's just shocking. He gave the example of one trader who lost $12 million in BTC when he was unable to close his position during the May 2021 incident. $12 million. When the system came back online, Binance had liquidated his account. I bet that was his whole position. Oh my God. Yeah, 12 million, we'll have that. Sorry, mate, you can't trade, and we're just going to take the money off you. What the hell? How do consumers interact with a company without regulation? Oh, there we go. Now they're asking. without offices, without headquarters, yeah, and without even a legalized entity as of 29th of October this year. Kay asked, how can it be held accountable? This ambiguous structure left developed countries powerless to protect their citizens against the financial losses as opposed to fully compliant exchanges. He said the claim would be tested be a test of Binance's arbitration mechanisms and could potentially reveal information about how its system operates. Good grief. It's just... my mind just boggles at these people who, still think Binance is legitimate and trade. I mean, if they've not learnt their lesson yet, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me again, shame on me kind of springs to mind. I mean, what is it going to take? Seriously, what is it going to take? Look at that Pac-Man coming soon, but just see if there's anything in tech. Yeah, alright. Just go back to business and loving this one. Pac-Man is coming. Come on. Bring it on. So Pac-Man is coming. BSV is eating the blockchain world. It's an old saying that Rome wasn't built in a day. Great things take time, and restoring great things can take a long time too. Finally, the Bitcoin protocol has been restored, and as those who understood its power from the outset predicted, it's gobbling all the other blockchains up. A handful of popular BSV apps are doing more daily transactions than Ethereum, Litecoin, and BTC put together. This means BSV is officially the world's largest public blockchain by all major utility metrics: daily transaction volume, data storage, scaling ability, and average block size. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, nice one, Diego. Bitcoin scales infinitely, like Satoshi Nakamoto said. It's been a long, hard road to restore the original Bitcoin protocol. BTC's centralized protocol devs did so much damage that it took years to get the original protocol back to where it needed to be. However, that work has largely been done, and now the exciting phase begins. Apps are being built on the BSV Enterprise blockchain at a furious pace, and unlike vested interests in the industry, the data doesn't lie. Here's a snapshot of where BSV is today. One popular app on BSV, CryptoFights, has been consistently generating around 2 million daily transactions. The game only relaunched in mid-August, so it's safe to say that 2 million daily transactions is just the warm-up lap. Yes, indeed. As people discover the BSV ecosystem with its lightning-fast transactions and lower fees, they're finding its other great applications, peer games, Haste Arcade, Pow Chess, and BSV 2048 are all searing increased interest. Some of these games are still in beta and are already getting hundreds of interactions per day. Throughout all of this, the mean fee has remained at a 14th of a cent, compared to that of Ethereum's average fee of, in fact, that's 0.14 of a cent. Compared to Ethereum's average fee of $4.52, and it becomes obvious why Vitalik Buterin talks BSV down every opportunity he gets. After all, Ethereum couldn't even handle a single casino app. Financial apps like TDXP have been diligently working in the background to get ready for tens of millions of daily transactions, while new protocols like MetaID lay the groundwork for a world of decentralized identity and data sovereignty. Forward-thinking miners are already switching some of their hash power to process transactions on BSV Enterprise blockchain. As these transactions grow in number and BTC's block reward diminishes with every halving, it's easy to see what chain will be the most profitable for miners in the future. Incubators like Satoshi Block Dojo are discovering and funding projects that will build on BSV. This is the beginning of the MetaNet, the larger plan for the commercial alternative to the internet. Unlike the current internet, this one will be peer-to-peer and based on micropayments, rather than controlled by data harvesting corporations that profit from ads. Absolutely, absolutely. This is just the beginning for BSV. While its competitors would have you believe BSV is dead and gone, nothing could be further from the truth. BSV is only getting started as developer interest picks up and new applications capable of micropayments are built on BSV Enterprise blockchain. The millions of daily transactions we see today will soon be invisible on a graph. Get in there. Loving that. BSV will scale to millions, then billions of transactions daily. As Satoshi Nakamoto said, it never really hits a scaling ceiling. The true tsunami of development will begin now as developers realize that further promises and wishy-washy roadmaps offer nothing compared to the blockchain that scales infinitely today. Once the network effects kick in, there's no going back. The truth is that BSV has just teed off and has already made the competition look like a bad joke. While they hide behind excuses of political decentralization and layer 2 solutions, they're always just 18 months away. The BSV developers have delivered a solution that's ready for enterprise adoption today. Where it goes from here is limited only by the imagination of those who build on it. Yeah, absolutely brilliant article. Well done, Gavin. Absolutely spot on. Loved that. Loved that. All right, let's move on to our favourite shitcoin propaganda site here. Honestly, I saw one here that I did think was quite funny. Check this out. Oh dear. So I'm not really want to talk about price, but we'll just hear the shenanigans of what they're talking about. So Coolcoin price shrinks to 46.7k despite record accumulation and supply shock events. Everything is bullish, but the price when it comes to Coolcoin on Tuesday, the market is still waiting for cues. Coolcoin saw fresh local lows on Tuesday, a limp price action divergence further from bullish sentiment. Coolcoin evades bullish continuation. Data from the Cointelegraph, Market Pro, and Trading View showed that Coolcoin versus USDT revising at $46,700 on Bitstamp after dropping $2,000 in hours. I can't be asked to read any more of that. I mean, price just bores the crap out of me. It's so ridiculous. But you get the picture. I mean, these shitcoiners just love all this kind of crap, don't they? Let's see what else we got here. DeFi, decentralized exchange aggregators. Who cares? Drive DeFi growth. Who cares? It's such a load of crap. There's no value in that whatsoever. Treasury attempts to squeeze further crypto-related data sharing provisions in budget bill. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? I'm sick to death of all this. The great crypto flipping in. Can Ethereum overtake Bitcoin? Who cares? FTX US acquires Bitcoin derivatives platform LedgerX. Oh, well done. LedgerX done an exit scam. FTX is going to, well, I mean, they're billions anyway. Huge exchange, but, you know, all of these exchanges holding worthless bits of data, you know, it's shocking. Anthony Scaramucci, 100k per BTC by year end is still within reach. Yeah, good luck with that, mate. I mean, who knows? Unless Tether does loads of printing, that's the only thing that can save it. There's literally no value in BTC whatsoever. Coolcoin, no one is using it at all. Users panic after a Coinbase mistakenly sends second factor authentication reset notices to customers. Dolt. Let's have a look at this then. Right. Customers of leading United States crypto exchange Coinbase have spent the weekend panicking after the exchange mistakenly sent emails to users stating that their two-factor authentication settings had been changed. On Friday, Coinbase accidentally sent the email to 125,000 of its customers, resulting in widespread public backlash. Coinbase took to Twitter on Sunday to apologize for the mishap, stating, "We're laser focused on building trust and security, I'm sure you are, into the crypto community so that the open financial system we all want is a reality. We recognize that issues like this can hurt that trust." Oh, whatever, just more excuses. We know they're an absolute bucket shop, a total bucket shop. It doesn't, in fact, I'm starting to generate cortisol just listening to the story, really. I'm hearing myself read it out. Sod that. FTX to launch crypto derivatives after LedgerX acquisition. Yeah, well done then. We just touched on that. Phantom token jumps 50% after launching $350 million DeFi program. DeFi is absolute bobbins. Honestly, absolute bobbins. Like, oh my god. I can't be bothered with any of this shit. Honestly, shit coiners. Do my head in. Plan B stock to flow Bitcoin price model predicts 100k by Christmas. That's the one Anthony Scaramucci is following. Unless Tether does loads of printing, it ain't going nowhere. You know, it's all Tether backed and that's it. Genesis Digital Assets acquires 2,000 Coolcoin mining rigs from Canna. Company has option to buy 180,000 more. Well, yeah, bullish on Coolcoin, but yeah, they're going to be very, very mistaken. But yeah, I'd be interested to find out if they've actually dumped genuine Bitcoin or not, because that's the only thing that's going to save them. British auction house Christie's to present full set of NFT curio cards on 1st of October. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dogecoin millionaire says he's going all in on Cardano, bullish on both Doge and ADA. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, knowing what we know, what's going to happen to that guy? Oh my goodness me, Dogecoin douchebag, like I said before. CryptoWiser, Bitcoin and Ethereum synergy essential for crypto industry growth. Who cares? Utter shitcoins. Nobody understands the fundamentals of the protocol. Honestly, all the gear on, no idea. Venture capitalist Bill Gurgley prefers Ethereum to Corecoin, takes personal position in ETH. Oh, ETH with average transaction or median transaction fees is $5. Good luck with that, mate. You know, I mean, but again, they're just dollar worshipping. It's going to be a rug pull. That's all it is. You know, people are going in. Those who got in earlier. It's like a race to the top. You know, and who can pull out first. That's it. You know, the whole thing is going to crash. It's going to be really quite devastating. Good grief. But billionaire John Paulson warns cryptocurrencies will be worthless. Corecoin too volatile to short. Yeah, that's true. Anybody who tries to short it or do anything with it, they're going to lose, because the exchanges can just simply manipulate the price so that they get it as this, well, for the reason for the class action, really. The largest art museum in the world partners with Binance to auction Leonardo da Vinci, Claude Monet NFTs. Oh my god, I'm not even going to bother reading that. And look, Ethereum burns 432 million ETH. How can they do that if it's not a centralized project? Honestly, it's just so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I mean, who decides that they're going to burn it? It has to be burnt by someone, you know, or they've come to consensus. It's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Nobody in their right mind would just burn an asset, you know, unless they were just simply printing too much of it, which makes it fear. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. There's something else that I saw in the small print that I thought caught my eye. I can't remember what it was now. What's that? BCH DeFi project D-Token to close its doors over regulatory climate towards crypto derivatives. Oh dear. And that's a BCH DeFi project. Dolt, and they're reporting on that. Surprised they didn't cover that one up. Where was it? Oh. Anyway, there's going to be loads to catch up on. I've seen being going for 38 minutes, and they've blocked the live stream from my Twitch account. So sorry about that, anybody who was trying to listen in. But this will be up on Streamanity, and then it will be up on YouTube a week later. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. Stay tuned, never a dull moment in this space. And yeah, as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, joy giving. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.